Hey guys, it's me here. Did y'all know it was Pride Month? Well, it is. And since I am a member and supporter of the LGBT community, I thought it would sort of be smart of me to make a video about it. So today, I'm going to do a sort of story time about how I came out and a video on some tips about helping you guys come out, because my coming out wasn't exactly what I wanted it to be. That's not the point. Okay, so I haven't been out a lot, like for a long time. It's probably been a couple months and yesterday for specific people. And the first people I came out to was my old friends, but they took it really well. They didn't exactly care because most of them were also members of the LGBT community, and so they didn't really care. But I had to get new friends because they were a sort of negative influence in my life, as my guardians said, so I wasn't allowed to hang out with them anymore. So I also came out to my new friends. They were a little bit less supportive because most of them are heterosexual, but they still like me for me. The first person in my family that I came out to was my sister, and she wasn't supportive at all. She sort of distanced herself from me a little bit. I was actually supposed to make a video with her today, but she said she was busy. Whatever. And she told like all of her friends, but her friends were pretty cool with it. Wish that she would develop their thoughts about that. But yeah. And I recently got a girlfriend, and I changed my relationship status on Facebook to taken, and I tagged her in it, and my dad saw it, and he was really cool about it, and he said that he loved me for me, and he didn't care what my sexual preference was. And I was pretty happy about that. But my mom was a little bit different, but I don't care what she thinks. She saw it because she was obviously stalking me on Facebook, because after I heard about this, I checked and she's not friends with me on Facebook, so I blocked her. But anyways, she saw it and she called my grandmother, or my guardian, and told her that I was gay, which I'm not gay, I'm bi. And she was like, oh, I didn't know she was gay. And my grandma, which I haven't told her yet, well, I sort of did, but she freaked out and started asking me a bunch of uncomfortable questions, so I said it was a joke, because I'm scared of life. And I just freaking realized that half of my I'm gonna die. Fixity fix. There we go. Anyways, but I haven't told her yet. Well, I sort of did, but I had to say it was a joke because she freaked out. And so my mom called her. She was like, I didn't know Emma was gay. And my grandma was talking to her, and she was like, it's none of your business. She's not your kid. You need to stop talking to her. And then she knocked on my door and she told me all of this. And she was like, it's okay. I know it's just a phase. Everyone says it's a phase. That makes me mad. Anyways, so I guess that's sort of me coming out to her. I still haven't came out to my uncle, my aunt, or my grandpa. I do not plan on coming out to my grandpa because he is very homophobic and racist. He's everything bad. But anyways, yeah, that's about it. Tips on coming out. I guess the first thing would be, if your parents are homophobes, you probably shouldn't come out to them yet. Like, maybe whenever you turn like 18, you can come out to them, so you can already be out of the house. Yeah, because if they're like my grandpa, you don't want to come out to them. But your parents or guardians should love you no matter what, and if they don't, that's their problem. And if they see something wrong with your sexuality, also their problem. And if you don't know if they're homophobes or not, just sort of drop hints about it. Be like, hey, blah, 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 is gay. What do you think about that? And if they respond negatively, you probably shouldn't come out. But if they respond positively, or it's just like, that's cool, I mean, I don't care, then you should be like, by the way, hey, me too. And yeah, there are a lot of different ways to tell them though. If you're scared that they will respond negatively, but not so negative that they'll like punch you in your face, but they'll start yelling at you and stuff, you could just text them and be like, tell them it, or you could write a letter and then just leave and be like, I'm gay by the way, and then see you in an hour. So they'll have a little bit more time to process what they just saw or read or whatever. Or if you feel like they'd be supportive about it, you could just tell them in person, like I did with my sister. Bad idea. But yeah, and the most important thing is to think about your mental state. Like, if it's eating you alive and you're getting depressed and just really bad stuff, if you're staying in the closet from them, you don't need to come out to them, but you need to have someone help you come out to them. Like maybe another adult or family member, or maybe one of your friends can help you do something. I don't know. But I've also put some support websites down in the bio, and maybe that'll help you. I guess that's all for now. Bye guys!